welcome to, what is it, Thursday night Stamping Live with Dina Carini. Hi, Carol. Glad to see you. So, by the way, Carol, thank you so very much. I'm going to wait till others jump in here and show off the beautiful card that you sent me. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love it, and it really put a smile on my face. So I want to say thank you so very much for it. I'm going to try to make that card too. I've got a couple around here that have been sent to me that I'm going to try to make them. Hey Chris. So let's see. It has been raining all day, pouring, sprinkle, pour, sprinkle, pour. So it's been a day. It's been a day. We were supposed to have an AC guy come out today to take a look at some issues that we're having with our AC. It's working, thank goodness, but it's not working properly. So it doesn't regulate, if that's even the right way to say it. It's not regulating the temperature. So it's like it just keeps running and running and running. We've changed the thermostat. That didn't work. The compressor, the AC part outside turns off, but there's a fan down in the crawl space that it never shuts off. So it's making our electricity bill go sky high. So we're having them come out and look and see what it is, and they had to cancel. So I know. I hate it when it gets that hard and you can't see when you're driving. It's scary. Um, so we had to cancel because something was taking longer. I guess another customer was taking longer than expected. So they're supposed to come out tomorrow. So hopefully they will, because I'd really like to know what's causing it so we can get it fixed. But anyway, and because of all the rain that we've been having the last couple of days, our pool has now turned into the frog pond again this year. So tomorrow, hopefully it's not raining and I can get some of those frogs out of the pool. And we have a huge one that decided to pop up today, and it's just sitting on the edge of the pool. The other ones that are jumping in are dying, and luckily, I guess, but I can't get them out because it's been pouring rain. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do that. So I had to go out to my garden in the rain with an umbrella to get some, oh, what's it called? It's a spice. Or not a spice, an herb. Basil. I needed some basil for my husband's dinner, and I wanted some fresh basil, but it was pouring rain. So I went out there with an umbrella to go clip it real fast and run back inside. So that was fun. Yes, it does get very hot and very humid. The heat probably wouldn't be that bad if the humidity wasn't there, but yes, it does. It's not now. It's a little muggy from the rain, but it's not hot. So the hottest coming though. Our hottest months here are July and August. In June it starts getting pretty warm. Uh, but other than that, I'm glad you made it home safe though, Chris. That's scary. My husband and I, we were coming back from a trip years and years ago, and I was driving, and it was when I could see at night, but now I struggle to see at night, especially on roads that I don't know. And it just started pouring rain, and I could not see a thing. And he worked me, talked me till we got to an exit, talked me off the exit, and we parked until it stopped raining, and then he took over because I was a nervous wreck by that point. But yeah, I hate driving in rain. It's awful. It's awful. So I hope that you guys are having a great week this so far. Mine has been pretty good. It's been a little busy as always. Busy with work, busy with house, busy with just busyness. Not really accomplishing much, but you're busy. You know how that goes. So that's been a lot this week. And honestly, I really don't have the time for that. But hey, it just works out that way, right? So, okay, so let me share this beautiful card that Carol sent me in the mail. I got it yesterday. So this is, oh, let me go down to craft time so that you guys can see it. Isn't this beautiful? So you got to see what it does because it's absolutely so cool. And it folds open like that. And what is this? Mixed Florals, I believe, is the stamp set that she used. Such a beautiful set. I don't have it. I wish I did because I've seen a lot of beautiful cards made with this. But it's so great. So beautiful. And I love your what you wrote in there too, Carol. I really do appreciate this card so much. So isn't that beautiful, you guys? I'm gonna learn how to do this. I just think it's so cool. I love the way it opens. So anyway, let's see. So I have some measurements here that I am going to try to hold them up for you after we make the card so that if you want to, you can take a screenshot for this of the measurements of the card that we're going to do. I got this idea from Susan Campfield several weeks ago. I loved it so much that I had to share it with you guys. So isn't this really cute? Oh, I love it so much. And when you open it up, it slides up. Can you guys see that? How it slides up? I absolutely love that. And there's a little pocket here. So you can put money, you can put a gift card. If you could probably even put something else in there, but it would be a little bulky, but you could do it. You may not be able to send it through the mail regularly, but you could probably put it in a padded envelope and pay a little more postage and send it that way. But I just love the way it does that. So enjoy. So I'm going to show you how to make this card tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to stick this right here. This is my workspace. I always try to remember that this spot right here is perfect for working. Let's see. We've got a couple of pieces here that we're going to be using. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make this card start from finish because I know that sometimes we have beginners out there that are watching us and they're like, well, how do I cut this cardstock and how do I do this? So we're going to go through this all with it. This is the only card that we're going to be making tonight, so we have plenty of time to do that. So this is a full sheet of cardstock. It's what is it, 11 and a half? I forgot. 11 or 11 by 8.5. So it's 11 by 8.5. You can cut this two different ways, but for this card, we want to cut it this way. So you could cut it at 4 1/4 in half this way, and then score it at 5 1/2, or you could cut it this way, which is the way I do it most of the time, is just like this. I cut it right in half at 5 1/2. Now, if I was using this other piece for a card, and I knew it was going to be a card base, I would turn this at 4 1/4, and I would take my score blade, which I've lost, but I have the stylus, and just stick it right in here. And I was scoring that, and that was not in there straight at all. Cut it in half just like that. And now when I cut this, I have two card bases that are ready to go, and they're already scored. So there we go. I have two card bases. So you're going to score it at in portrait mode, which would be like this, at 4 1/4, and then you turn it at landscape and you trim it in half at 5 1/2. So now I have two card bases. All right, so we are going to move this out of the way because I don't think I need to cut anything. I don't remember, because some of it I went ahead and did cut. So we've got some scraps here. This is going to be our bottom layer of our card. So this piece here is going to be, you know what? I was showing you how to score this piece, and now I have 2 card bases. Let me get another piece of real red because this card gets scored differently. So in that case, you would not do your scoring like I just did. But I got ahead of myself. So let's cut this again. We're still going to cut it at 5.5, but we're scoring it differently. So I'm not going to score this at all. So we're going to cut it at 5.5. And let me put this over here. So there we go. So now we're going to score this. We're going to score this space at 2 inches and 5 3/8. So I'm going to line it up to the 2 inches. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. There for a second, I didn't think my mic was working. And I'm like, have you guys been trying to tell me there's no sound? There's no sound. I was going to be like, not again. Kind of fudge that one up a little bit. There we go. I fixed it. And then we're going to move it at 5 3/8. And we're going to score again. So just like so. Here we go. So we have a skinnier side and a fatter side. The fatter side is going to be the one that folds down, and the skinny side is going to fold up. And that doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm really struggling tonight. Okay, so we did this at 2 inches. We did this at 2. And then at 5 3/8. Oh, well, that was a waste. I looked at the wrong measurement, you guys. I looked at the insert piece. Again, 5.5. We're going to score it too. You guys, I am so sorry. Let me tell you, 2, and then at 6. And I'll have these measurements, like I said, I'll hold them up after we do this so that you guys can take a screenshot if you want to. There we go. That looks much better. All right, so we're going to fold the wider piece down and the skinnier piece up. So there's our card. Now we got it. All right. And I need my bone folder because I'm going to give that a nice burnishing crispness to it. Okay, so I've already die cut our decorative label here. So this I cut from the Impressions of Bloom. Is that right? Now my mind is frazzled because I've messed up with the scoring. Impressions of Bloom. So I use the one singular. There's two oval dies in there. One cuts out and then cuts a little frame and it has stitching, and then there's one that cuts out just a solid oval. That's the one that I used. Every once in a while I echo. I don't know why. Maybe if I bring this up a little closer. I don't know. It shouldn't be. I don't know why. I'll have to ask my son. He's the one that does all that. So this measurement for the bottom piece is 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. Boy, I'm really messing everything up here. Then this piece here is 5 3/8 by 2 3/8. And then we have some scrap to cut and to stamp and cut out our popcorn and our bucket guy, and this piece is for that, and this piece you're gonna need some scrap piece, and I'm using Secret Sea because I just thought it was so pretty, and I've already cut them out. Hope I didn't lose them, which I did not. So the dies, let me show you the dies. So I don't think I've shared this one with you. Copied it from Dawn's Stamping Thoughts. Okay, well, now I know where to go to get my measurements from. All right, so it's got the little popcorn. So I die cut the sunshades or the glasses and the little tennis shoes out of Secret Sea, and I just use a piece of scrap for that. And let's see here. I'm just going to put this over to the side because I don't need that right now. So this, which I do need, I need a piece of scrap here for some stamping. So I don't want to lose, which I already did. There it is, the little shoes. So they're going to go right over here along with this right here. Out of the way. So this, we're going to put this over here, this over here, this right here. All right, so I got to think about which ones I used. I used this one, this popcorn, and this popcorn. Let me show you. The stamp set is right here, Poppin by. Isn't it so cute? And I'm going to show you guys something too, in case you don't want the little cute little faces on there, because you might think it might be too kitty or something. I love them. I think they're adorable. But in case you didn't want them, I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can do it and not get the faces. So we're going to use this guy right here. And we're going to use, I think it is this guy right here. I think. Yeah, this guy and this little guy. We're not going to be using him. All right, so I am going to bring out my Secret Sea. We can move that because we don't need that. I can move that because I don't need that. All right, and we're just going to ink these guys up. I'm going to do one first, and I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp him around. But I'm going to try to leave room for our other guy, our other little popcorn guy, which is around here somewhere. And what did I do with him? Oh, right here. Okay, so he's going to go right here and right there. And let's do him this way and then that way. And I got those kind of in a straight line and didn't mean to, but it'll be all right. I wanted it to be more kind of all over the place, but I didn't do it like that. He's going to go right down here, but we're going to put him aside. Now this, to do these lines, this is not designer series paper. This is just blends. So I use the light and the dark Daffodil Delight, and I use the brush tip, and I just kind of took it to the side, like to the side, and just kind of drew and kind of made it kind of squiggly and stuff. I started off the paper and then went off the paper so that I did not have like a start and finish line on it. So I did it with the dark, and then I came in with the light, and then I just kind of tried to fill it in the best I could. It didn't have to be perfect with the light. There we go. So that's how I did that. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me just fine. All right. So that is done. I'm going to clean these off so that I don't throw anything in there. And plus, we're going to need them to stamp our popcorn in just a minute. So there we go. Actually, I don't know what I was going to say. You know what? I just cleaned that off. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to just do this little guy right here. And I think I'm just going to kind of put something right there just because I feel like it needs it. It may not, but maybe that will make it not look like it's completely in a straight line. But, oh, I need this back. So let's clean off this again. And there we go. All right, so wiping my hands because you guys know me. I'll get not baby, but ink all over me. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our layers on here. So I am going to, oh, I know what I got to do. I got to do our insert piece. It's so funny because I went over this card earlier today just so that I could remember all the steps, make sure that I get it all right for you guys, and then I still mess up. And that's something, I tell you. And I didn't get that perfectly lined up, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, then we're going to do this. We're going to put some glue on here. And that is going to go on the top part here. And I'm not going to center this because I want it to line up with my other piece. So we're just going to try to do just like that. It's off a little bit, but it's all right. It is not a big deal. This piece here goes here like so. We're going to pop that up. We do have to do some stamping on that. We have to do that, and I am missing my centerpiece. Okay. Well, I guess we'll be cutting a piece, won't we? It might be this piece right here. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so we need for our insert piece 5 7/8 by 4. So we're going to do 5 7/8, which is this. 5 7/8 by 4. And this is not 4, so we're going to go ahead and trim this down to 4. So we have 5 7/8 by 4. And then we're going to score this at 2 5 3/8. All right, so we're going to score this at 2. And 5 3/8. That was the one where I was messing up. Instead of, I was looking one line down. All right, so this one you're going to fold this piece. You're going to fold the bottom, which is the wider piece, the 2-inch piece. You're going to fold it up like so. So it will look like that. And then you have this 1/2-inch piece you're going to fold back. Like so. Then we're going to give this a nice little burnishing on here. Whoops, I just bent that. Like so. And like so. Now, you want to do your stamping before you put that on there. I would probably stamp it. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is the top. Yeah, this is the part that peekaboos out. So you could stamp it like this. You can stamp it like this. I think I'm going to stamp it just like that. I think that's right. All right. So you kind of want to play with it first. So this is going to line up on here like so. It's going to attach to your card like that. It's not centered, so no, I'm not going to worry about that right now. It'll go like that. And then this piece here is going to be folded up like that. So when you fold up your card or open your card, you're going to have about that much space that's going to be showing. So let me see here. That is about, it's a little over 1 inch, like 1 1/4 inches. So you're going to have about 1 inch to play with here for your sentiment or your greeting, whatever, your sentiment in the inside. So I am going to, what did I put on here? Enjoy, and I did it in red. You could do it in the secret C to match the outside, but I wanted the red. So we're going to do the same thing. So I'm taking my real red. I'm going to ink up my enjoy. I am going to try to center this. My head is going to come right in the picture, you guys. I really am sorry. It's going to go right there. Oh, look what I did. Let's see if we can take our little sander here. This is another reason why you want to stamp before you, it's okay. I got an idea. I'm going to leave that there. I got an idea. I'm not going to recut this and all of that. It is okay. We're gonna deal. Okay, so this is gonna come down here like so. We're gonna put that right about there. So you can use tear and tape, you can use your liquid glue, you could use your Seal Plus. You just want a really strong adhesive for this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my tear and tape for this, because I really don't want it to, my glue to like squish out accidentally anywhere, especially since this is like a moving card. So I don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to take this off just like that. We're going to bring this piece back in. We're going to line this up. You want it right, I put it just below or right at the bottom part of your score line, if that makes sense. I am just going to eyeball my sides to make sure that they look pretty even, and they do to me. So then all I'm going to do is fold this over like that, and then when it opens up, it's like that. But you got to do the sides here. See, you got to do the sides right here and right here. With some, my eyes are playing tricks on me, you guys. I am seeing things. Like, I thought one side was way wider than the other side, and I'm like, whoa, what's up with that? So I'm going to put some tear and tape. And because this isn't anything really that I have to line up where I need my wiggle room. And again, I don't want my glue to accidentally like spread out, squish out, oh wow, wherever I don't want it to be, so that it makes my little pull out stick. So I'm just going to use some tear and tape. And then all I'm going to do is just fold this up and press that down. Now, if you want to, you can seal the sides of this, but I don't really see a reason for it, because this is sealed, so you're not going to lose anything out of there. It's not going to fall out the side of your card. So here we go. So there we go. Oops, except for our little oops there. All right, so that is how you do that. I hope that made sense. I don't know if it did or not. So now it's time for more stamping. So we're going to bring this in. We're going to bring this piece here in, because I'm going to stamp in Secret C. We're going to stamp No One's Better Than You. How cute is that? I really love those puns. I think they're so cute. I may have to trim my stamps, like do a little stamp surgery, because I want to trim around, not to mess up my wording or get too close. I've had to do it on another stamp, because no matter what I did, how lightly I tapped, it would still get on the edges, which is what caused that right there. All right, so I am just going to stamp my No One's Better Than You. You can always make this a birthday card. You can make, you know, a thinking of you card, a just because card, whatever. But I thought that these were perfect. When I mentioned a gift card, I didn't say what type of gift card, but I thought that they were perfect for dinner and a movie, or movie and popcorn cards. You know, where you give them a gift card that is enough to pay for the movie, and you know, you've got to have the movie theater popcorn, right? So this is a really juicy ink pad. So I am just taking a spoon and spreading that to the, just taking it up so that my images aren't too inky or too dark. Like those are really, really dark, and I really didn't want them to be that dark. So I'm going to stamp that down. How many do these do I need? I'm just gonna do one of those, and then I'm gonna do one of these. So we're gonna do one like that. I love that so much. Now let me tell you, we need to do, not let me tell you we need to do one of these, but let me tell you, there are, I mentioned earlier that there are different ways that you can do your popcorn. Let me stamp this other one in red, real red, and then I will show you how you can do these without getting your faces on there. And then we need some real red, and I'm going to stamp that right there, and then we're ready to die cut those. So there are different ways that you can do this. You can take your cardstock. So I think this is, I thought it was, I grabbed it from my scrap bin. I thought it was, what color is that? Daffodil Delight, but I think it's Crushed Curry, but it's okay. So it might be Daffodil Delight. I don't know. So anyway, you can die cut those out, and you can use the little extra dies that come in here that do the little cuts in there. So like right here, I've got them taped together so that that kind of keeps them together. But you see how you put that in there, it just sits in the center. So you could die cut and do those little slits at the same time. And that's how I got these. So those were cut from straight from the cardstock. I don't know if you guys can see, but I was playing around with it. You can't really see it. I was really hoping that you could. No, it's kind of maybe a little bit. But I used a little Wink of Stella on there because, you know, like the popcorn that you get in the movie theater is oily and glistening. So I put a little bit of these Wink of Stella. These I got, how I did those is I just took a blending brush. You can use a sponge, or you can use a sponge dauber, and I just swirled that in there, and then I just kind of went around. So I would have whiter, lighter and whiter, lighter and whiter, lighter and darker places. And then I just kind of guessed where I wanted to put my my popcorn pieces so that I would have some lighter areas and some darker areas. And I ran it through, and that's how I got those, so that they're a little bit more realistic looking. Let's run this through so you guys can see. Where is my other plate? To see how cool this looks. Oh, I didn't want to take that off because I wanted that to stay. So this one has more of a lighter and darker area, which I really like that actually better than these. These have more of a darker area. So those are so cool. I really love that. So that's how you can get your popcorn. And of course, you don't have to put these little cuts in there. You can just die cut them out. But these are really cool because they add a little extra something, something. Just like that. So like, you know, when you get a popcorn curl, it is got those things in there. So let me hold that up. Isn't that cool? I just so love that so much. Okay, so that is how you can do that. Now it is time to die cut. I'm going to close this up right here. I know the yes, Carol, that's what I want to do. I want to just give it a little bit of surgery, stamp surgery, and cut those off. Okay, you guys, I don't know. We might be fussy cutting because I just had it and now I don't see where, here it is, right here. Whoo, thought I lost it. I thought I lost it. Okay, so this one cuts this little guy out right here. So I'm going to take that off so you guys can see what I'm doing. So that cuts that. These line up right up to the edge pretty much. There's not a whole lot of extra space. You know what? I am going to put that right on there. This is going to go right in here. Actually, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. I'm just holding that one die in place just so I can do that. There we go. And now I need to figure out which one it is that cuts this one, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. So they're really easy to line up and find which one goes to which one. I said that and now I won't be able to do it, right? There we go. Just like that. This doesn't really give much of a white edge. And then we're just going to pop this one. Hopefully this is the right one. Well, okay, so I'm just gonna, nope. I'm gonna put that down just like that. Okay, now hold that in place. And then this one goes like this in there, just like so. I just moved that one though. That's okay. I can still kind of sort of see where I'm at. And then, and it really doesn't matter if it's in there perfect or not because it's just putting those little divots in there. All right, so now we're going to, well, that wasn't good. You see what I did? You guys see that? But let's go ahead and bring this in. Let's be a little smart here. All right, so you guys saw how I did that, so I can just kind of quickly line this up best I can. Struggling, you guys. I've been struggling for a couple of weeks now. I don't know why. Just happened. It's like something's off, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so let's. Why am I struggling? Oh my goodness! This little popcorn thing is so easy to do. But tonight. Struggling a little bit. All right. You guys saw how easy I did it just a minute ago, and now it's like a struggle, and I don't care if that's crooked or not. Okay, so now we're gonna line this guy up, and I'm gonna put a little tape on him to hold him in place so that he doesn't slip because he's got these little tiny feet in here, and I want to make sure that the popcorn's all lined up, which is. That lined up well. My hand just shifted. All right, I think I got it. All right, we're gonna run this through. So I've got my little sandwich here, which is my base, then that little white cutting mat thingamajiggy, and then clear cutting plate 3, and then a clear cutting plate 3 on top of that. No, Carol, I don't have one of those. I wish I did. That would make it so much easier, you know, but I don't have one. All right, so we got those two guys there. I need more though. I didn't stamp enough. Then we've got this guy here, and let's go ahead and take those off. And I need to stamp another popcorn guy. Which one do I need? Oh, you know what? I did use the other one. I did. I used this one. So that's easy. We can just block this right up. Right there. Let's bring back out our, I tell you guys. Let's see here. And we need another piece. So here we go. Look at that. Ink all over me. Got it all over that. All right, that's going to be good. You know what, though? I do think I might want an extra one because I had a little idea, so I don't know if this will work or not. I probably should have die cut these ahead of time, but that's all right, right? We're okay. This one cuts either one of these. Okay. Let's put those away. And let's bring in these. This one cuts this guy out. Now, when you use your dies, it does cut out those little, what do you call those little things? Those little, I don't know what you call them. They're kind of like, I really don't know what you call them. All right, which way does this guy here go? I think it goes like this. It do. Here we go. It do. You like that? It do. All right. Oh, and I just did that again, you guys. Let's bring this back in because we're going to need to cut this guy here too. So I am going to tear this. And I'm going to tear this. I don't need that. All right, so this guy, we should still have him. Did I take the wrong one off? I did. No, I need to cut him. We need to cut this guy. So we're going to do that just like that. And I just realized what I did, you guys. So this, well, no, that's not what I did. Okay, this guy here is going to go right in there. I'm going to slide him down just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. We're going to put that in there because I'm not going to worry about where he lands. And then this guy, does this cut him? No, the other guy does, right? Yeah, so I've got to cut that in that first. We are done with this one, I think. Are we? Yeah, no, this guy does cut the other guy. Okay, so I'm just going to put him aside. And then this, we're going to line. Actually, we don't have to do that. We don't have to die cut that one. And I'll show you why. Okay, so we are done with that. I probably should have just stamped all three of them so we could have die cut them at one time. But it's all right. All right. Okay. You got yours at an automotive, a die, for your die? Oh, a magnetic ball for your dies. Yes, I do have one of those, but it rarely gets used for my dies. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. So if I'm working on little pieces or little things, little bows, that's what I end up using it for. Go figure, right? All right, so we got those. So we just need to cut one more. And it's this little guy right here. And this little guy, I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even going to ask you guys. What did I do with them? Did you see where I put them? Oh my goodness. What am I doing? I'm losing my head is what I'm doing. I'm absolutely losing my head. I just took them off, right? I did. Yeah, I just took them off. And what did I do with them? This is embarrassing. This is getting really embarrassing because I really don't know what I did with them. Okay, we might not use him. How about that? We're not going to use him. There we go. We're done. I really don't know what I did with them. I have no idea. I don't need this anymore either. Okay, so here we go. We've got our popcorn, and I gotta remember, did I cut the top off of the, I did. Okay, so I am just gonna trim this, and I'm really not that concerned about how I trim this because I kind of want, some room to glue that on there. So actually, yes, I do, because this is going to go behind it, not in front of it. So I do have to trim this one. It's the other one that I'm not concerned with. Okay, so, oh my goodness gracious alive. I am losing my mind for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Do you guys see them anywhere on my desk? I mean, I don't know where they went. Oh, I didn't throw them away by accident, did I? When I threw that piece of paper? I don't know. Okay, so now I am just going to cut that right across there. And you know what? I did want to cut this because it takes the shape of the popcorn. So we're just going to line this up on here the very best that we can now that I've cut the whole thing apart. And we're going to take this. I'm going to be laughing about this all night long because I honestly don't know. This is kind of harder when you don't have the feet to line up too. So I'm hoping that I can get this pretty good. If not, we'll just do some surgery on it. How about that, right? Okay, so I know, Chris. Do you guys see them though? I mean, seriously, no, they're not in the trash. They're not. They're not over here. I really don't know what I did with them. There you have it. I'm losing my mind on video. How about that, right? I tell ya. Okay. All right, so that's done. So now all we have to do is line up that popcorn. I got a little bit of red here. That is bothering me. So I am going to cut a little bit lower. Than what I cut. I really don't like that red on there. A little tiny red right here. There we go. And then we're just going to stick this right on there. You can even line those up with that, top of that, with that, and then there you go. So let's put some glue on there. Maybe they stuck to the bottom of the magnet bowl. Did you know that? Did you see that? There's one. I don't know where the other one is, though. Oh, there's the other one. Still on the piece of paper. Look at that right there. Do you guys... Can I stop? Can I stop now? Can I end now? Oh, mercy me. Mercy me. Thank you, Carol. Oh. Please tell me that you guys have the same issues once in a great blue moon, at least. Maybe not all the time, but once in a great blue moon. Okay, so there's our popcorn. There's the beginning of our little bucket guy. Now we've got to get our sunshade, our I keep calling them sunshades, and they're not. They are, I need this. They are glasses. And there is our shoe and our shoe. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I don't need it. And I am going to take a little dab of glue right here on the foot. Right there. And then if you have adhesive sheets, it would probably be great to put the adhesive sheet on your cardstock that you're using, and then cut them out so that you can make stickers of these instead of doing it the hard way that like I'm doing. But you know me, I got to do everything the hard way, including losing my dies. And I cut this guy crooked, but he's all right. He's gonna look a little crooked. And I stuck my finger right in that, so I have ink on my, not ink, but glue. So then you're just going to line up the shoe, maybe line up that shoe right there. And that's so cute. I just think it is absolutely adorable, just like so. So there we go. We have our little guy. He's so cute. All right. All right, I'm done with that, done with that, done with that. Let's put this away so that I don't lose any pieces again. All right. I'm going to stick this, okay, right in there like so. All right, we are done with that. Done with that. Let's put this on here. I don't need this. We're going to come back here. We're going to come here. Okay, so we're going to put our popcorn bucket guy. He's going to go right there. We're going to pop him up. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to laugh. I'm just going to laugh. Oh my goodness, Carol. I'm so glad you're laughing because I am laughing too, right with you. I mean, I would probably doing a roll over, pee your pants type of laugh if I wasn't trying to keep my composure. Oh, and I'm so glad that that made you laugh, especially since you needed it. I know Chris is barreling over. All right, I'm just going to put him kind of crooked like so. You can put yours any way you want to. I actually stamped that on there. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. And I don't remember which one I used. I think it was the other one. And here he is right here. So I was like, well, we're fixing to use the first one I grabbed because he's not on there. All right, so we're going to ink this up, and then I'm going to stamp him kind of like that. Kind of turned him a little bit like so. And then we are going to stick this little cute little guy right here, but we're going to pop him up. I'm also going to flip these little cuts up a little bit to make that popcorn. I don't know what you call that when the popcorn does that, but so I'm going to flip him up. So see how I did him. So he's so super cute. And I'm going to pop him up on a little, let's use a big dimensional right here. So you know, Susan Campfield, I watch her. She's really cute. She does some really cute things too. Actually, this idea she got from somebody sent her a card I don't know if it was one of her teammates or if it was a customer, um, or what, but sent her this design, not the popcorns, but this card style. But I watch her all the time, not all the time, but I watch her every now and again. And she's one of my favorites. And she loses things too. So she's got this really cute thing that she does where everybody brings a drink, and it could be whatever your drink is that you like to drink. I'm going to pop this up so I know I'm stopping mid-sentence here. Actually, I'm going to lay this. I'm going to place this where I want it to go. And then I am going to kind of lift this up, and this is going to go right here as my, guide of how far I can go over. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops. That can go right there so that I don't go too far. All right. Does that make sense? I don't go too far. I think I'm going to be okay right there. I'm going to stick one right here and one right here, because you're really going to be opening and closing your card with this label. So I want it to be secure. So anyway, so every time she loses something, she goes, "Up, found it," and you take a sip of your drink. So I thought that was really cute. She does that. So I know I'm not the only one out there that loses things. Maybe not quite as bad as I just did, but oh, anyway, so I'm going to place that right about there. So there's the front of our card. Now we're going to decorate the inside of the card. I really think I'm going to stick this baby guy right here, just like that, to kind of cover our little boo-boo. So I'm going to put some glue right here. Just a little bit, a dab will do ya. I'm going to do like a little V. And then, because I don't want it to go too high and close our little gift card pocket shut. And then this one, I have to look at this because, yeah, so I don't want to go too far. You know, actually, what if I do this one like up here? And then we won't have that there. It will be just like that. I don't know. I wish I had another little baby guy. You know what? We're going to leave him there. And let's bring these guys in, because I really do like these. And that can go there. Actually, let's put that guy there. And then this one can come right here like that. Do you guys like that? Or do you think we should stay with our little faces? He can come here. I don't like the way that one's stamped though. And then this guy here. Oh, wait, maybe we could put him there. There we go. We put him there. Like make a little triangle like you do with your dimensionals. I like that. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right in here. And he's going to go over here like that. Make sure that we don't glue that down. And then this guy is just going to go right here. He's going to go, well, yeah, like that. All right, so there we go. I think I glued my little cuts shut, but that's okay. And that still works. That still goes right in there, nice and neat. All right, now, I think that I am going to use a little bit of Wink Stella. Oh, good. Carol says she loses things all the time. And yes, laughter is good for the soul. That is for sure, Carol. Absolutely. If you can't laugh, what can you do, right? I could cry of embarrassment, but that's not going to do me any good. So, anyway, and then I'm just putting some Wink Stella on here. I know you guys can't really see that on the camera, but it just adds a little something, and it makes it really look like it's got that oily butter on it. really like that. Okay. I'm just kind of like twirling, swirling, twirling, swirling our little thing around. And there we go. And then my little gift card, my movie gift card is going to slide right in there. And then there we go. How cute is that? Oh, let's put some embellishments on this. So I'm not going to use, these are the new 2025-2027 in color flat pearls. These are really pretty. These are actually prettier than they are in the book and online. So they got like a, looks like they got like a little bit of iridescent to them, or like a, I think that's what you call it. And so they're the in color. So this is Strawberry Slush. This is Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover. I think it's called Cloud Cover. And then Secret Sea. Well, the Darling Duckling doesn't really go with it because I used Daffodil Delight. And although Darling Duckling is a beautiful yellow, it's kind of like a, I think it's got like a greenish hue to it. So, I mean, it's so subtle, but it's still there. I just don't think that's going to go. So I think since we used some Secret Sea in here, I think we're just going to pop around in different little places. We are going to put these guys just like that. So what do you guys think? Actually, I think he needs to come over just a tiny bit. Oops, he came off. So let's see if I can pick that up. Oh, that's stuck really great. Let's put him right here, I think. All right, probably should have just left it alone. But that's not how my night is going. All right, you guys, I have a sample card of another design. It's the same style of card, but it is done differently. It was decorated differently. Well, I thought I was going to show it to you. Oh, it's right in front of me. Ding dong. Okay, so anyway, you guys, pick a number through 1 through 10. The first person to comment without going over, that gets the closest to the number that I pick. Hold on, that I pick. I'm gonna write a number down. I try to keep track of what numbers I've used, but I think last week was 6, wasn't it? So, oh shoot. Okay, I just gave y'all a hint. All right, so let's do 1 through 10. All righty, 1 through 10. Go ahead and write your number down. I got it written. And then I'm going to put this aside so that I don't forget to show it to you, because I forgot last week to share the other cards that I wanted to share with you guys of different styles using, didn't we do the sailboats last week? I think we did. We did. So let me, while you guys are doing that, let me pull these so that I can show you guys, but now I don't know where they're all at. Oops, I just knocked that one over. Well, here's 2. I don't think I put any over there. I did not. All right, so we've got a 3 and a 5. Okay. And the winning number is 3. So congratulations to Carol. Yay. I am going to write your name on here. And it is going to go right here so that I remember. who this card goes to. All right, so let me show you this one. So here's another design. I use the, oh goodness gracious, I forgot the name of the paper. I think it's Floral Impressions. It's new. It goes with the Impressions of Bloom stamp set, the bundle, the suite. It goes with that paper. So I used some of that with that. I thought this was so bright and cheerful. You're very welcome. All right, so, and I just used the paper and cut out the flowers, and then I just placed them on there and just trimmed off. So what I did was I just took some that were like part way on the paper so that I didn't waste, because I don't want to waste my flowers. So my cuts here, so I didn't want to waste these flowers that only had partial on there. So like, see here how this has, well, not that piece. See how this has this, or this here, or this one here. I didn't want to waste those. So I just cut them, fussy cut them out, fussy cut a couple of leaves, fussy cut a couple of these little pretty little things that are done in Tim and Tiger, at least I think they are. So, and then the sentiments though are not from Impressions of Bloom, they are from The Right Words. So I put, to someone we're celebrating every day, and you open it up, it slides open. You can decorate the inside. I haven't done that yet, but you can decorate the inside any way you want to, just like we did the popcorn one. You can fit your gift card in there, whatever you want to put in there. And I guess you could sign here, you could sign up here. You could also write your message in the back, or you could write on a piece of paper, which sometimes is what I do, so that, because my handwriting is very, very sloppy and I make a lot of mistakes and I write crooked, you know, I do everything crooked, right? So anyway, so I'll write it on a piece of paper and stick it in there, and then that way I don't have to worry about messing up my card. So you do that too. Let me hold this up for you guys in case you want to take a snapshot of this. So give it a second for it to, you guys get your phones, take a snapshot. If you want to take a snapshot of the measurements of the pocket slider card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's probably good, right? Okay, so we got that. So that's this. And instead of doing the oval, I just did a little rectangle on there. And then I used the new in color flat pearls. This is the Tim and Tiger to coordinate with the little tiny flowers on there. You could put more leaves if you wanted to, but I just did the two. So I'm so glad you guys like that. So that's just another version of this card. So I love this so much. So very much. I think this is such a fun fold to do, a fun card. So I really, here's two that I forgot to show you guys. I told you guys that I was going to show you some samples of, I don't know where my other cards are, you guys. I really don't know what I did with them. Does that surprise you? Here's one too, right here. This one's going to be a class card next week. But anyway, so let me flip this the right way. So isn't this really, really cool? This right here, I used the two-tone paper to make this card, to do the embossing on it. And then I just stamped Enjoy Today. This is from another stamp set. I, for the life of me, don't remember that name either. It's one of the ones that is either going away or, I can't remember. It's from Labeled with Love. So anyway, I used that. But before I did any stamping on it, I embossed it with the 3D Hybrid 3D embossing folder. And then I took my little sander, my little nail sander, it's like a sanding block. and I sanded it down because, you know, the two-tone paper has the white core. So you can get the, I know I've done that on here. The white will show through in spots. And then I just did it all over until I got the look I wanted. And then I took our white ink with a little sponge dauber, and I just kind of went over the sailboat, all the raised images on the sailboat, kind of did, excuse me, you guys, I had one of those hiccup burps. I hate those things so much. They hurt too. Okay, so I did that with my sponge dauber. And then I took my Wink of Stella. I don't know, maybe you can see it. Oh, before I took my Wink of Stella, I took a blending brush and I went and took Lost Lagoon and just kind of blended over the top of that, darker in some areas and lighter in other areas. And then I took my Wink of Stella to get, I wish you could see it on camera, but it's so pretty. So it like gives a little, I didn't go all over it, just in spots. So just like it would be if you were looking onto the water at night with the moonlight shining on, or even in the day when the sun shines, you can get that little glisten. So that's what I did with that. But isn't that, and then I use Lost Lagoon for my base, Secret C for my matting around there, Secret C to stamp my sentiment, and then I use Secret C for the sailboat. I just love the way the sailboat comes half off the page. And then I just used some sponging, or not sponging, but my blending brush, and did a little blending on there. And then I used some of the stamps that are in the stamp set to create that water. Now, if you wanted to, you could bring in your Wink of Stella here and just kind of do a little bit on some of these little marks, just like that, which I wish you guys could see, but it gives a little bit of glitter, a little bit of sheen. Can't see it, can you? Maybe a little bit. No. Anyway, so I didn't stamp sentiment in the inside because I figured I could just write what I wanted to write, or I could just, whatever I wanted it to be. If I wanted it to be a birthday card, I could come in and stamp happy birthday and just hope and pray I don't make a mistake. And then we did this one. So I thought this one, thank you so much, Carol. Oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet. I'm so glad that you enjoy them. So this one was mostly die cutting, not a whole lot of stamping. So I die cut the clouds that are in the set. I die cut the seagulls from the Secret Sea. I love Secret Sea, you guys. So I stamped my sailboat in Secret Sea in real red. So I used the stamp that does that because we used it last week, I think we did the boat. And then this boat here was die cut. I die cut the main boat in real red, and the sail part, I just took the same thing we did tonight, only I tried to do it straighter. I took, I think it was blueberry bushel. I'm pretty sure because I think that's what I used for my, yeah, blueberry bushel is my card base. Balmy blue, I believe, is what I used for our layer. And then I took my blending brush and I just blended in darker to lighter, only about part way up, with blueberry bushel to give it that darker look. It doesn't show up in camera as much as it does here, but it's pretty dark down here, and then it just gets a little lighter. Again, I took my Wink of Stella and just kind of dabbed it along to give it like a shimmer on the water. And oh, for this, that's what I was telling you about. So I just drew as straight a line as I could using my bullet tip on this, and just actually, you know, for this one, because I did it before I glued everything on there, glued it. Okay, so, and then I just took the edge of my ruler and just went up went up and did my lines like that, so they would be as straight as possible. Some of them are a little thicker than others, but that's okay. So that's how I did that. Stamped ahoy on my cloud and attached my birds with some glue, with some liquid glue, a little dab. And oh, this cloud here, I just kind of tucked under the sail and then I trimmed it off. So that's, and this one too, I trimmed it off. So isn't that pretty? I like those a lot. So I know there was a couple of more. I can't even talk. The losings, I can't talk. I'm absolutely losing my mind. I just don't know what I did with them. I don't know. They're not over there. I must have put them somewhere. Oh no, that's one we did. We did that one. Maybe that was it. Oh yeah, that was it. Oh no, here we go. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? I kind of hesitate to show you guys this one because this one I might do in a happy mail. But if I do, it's okay. All right, so this one, isn't this so pretty? Oh, I love this so much. This could go to a guy or a girl. I would absolutely love it. This looks blue, but it's actually Coastal Cabana. So it's that bright turquoise, not turquoise, but bright aqua greeny color. I don't know how to describe it. So anyway, if you guys do, put it in there. Okay. All right, so I've got crumb cake base. I die cut using my stylish shapes. Die cut a square. Die cut my sailboat. Colored him with, what did I use? I think I used the dark crumb cake. Die cut my sail from Designer Series paper. I two-stepped this, so I don't know if you can tell or not. You can't really tell on camera. If I turn it like that, see how this is? This was one piece that I ran through the embossing folder. And then this is two-tone cardstock too. I believe it's Blueberry Bushel. And I used my sander, sanded all off. And then I cut it in half and layered one on top, like just a little bit on top of the other one. And stuck my boat down in there. Stamped my birds in crumb cake. This is from Stylish Shapes 2. You're destined for great things in crumb cake. Popped it up. Then these pieces back here, these are the negatives from your waves in your dies, which I know I had another one. Oh, I gave it to my son already. Hold on, because that one was one of my favorites, and I think he put that, oh, here we go. So my son and his fiance are trying to buy a house right now. And I made him a card to tell him that I miss him already. So this was the card that I made him. So yeah, so these waves right here, this is the negative of them. So I thought, well, why waste that paper and why waste all of that? So I just used those to put a layer behind it. I just thought it was really cool and added a little something, something. This I used my So Swirly on, and that's how I did that. And then this one, the white mat back here, I just used the Hybrid embossing folder on there just to give it a little something, something. I probably should have cut this just a little bit smaller, like a 1/4 inch on each side so that more of that embossing folder shows up, but I didn't. I still think it's pretty. I just die cut. I did Hybrid emboss this. I know you won't be able to see it on here, but this is raised. This is embossed. So I use that. I die cut this out and die cut my birds out. I believe these are gray granite. I sponged the background, or not sponged, but used my blending brushes. So I did the yellow. I think I did Pretty in Pink, and then I did Misty Moonlight. Stamped it in Blueberry Bushel. Stamped the sail in Blueberry Bushel. I took my crumb cake marker. No, this one I did in Pecan Pie. So I just took my marker and colored that and colored up the sail on that. So, and then I just layered my waves on there, and I just thought that that was so, so pretty. And then the inside I did um, just your basic stamp the sail. I wish I would have done this differently. And then I took the negatives from the heart from the sunshades in the notes and totes. So I hope that you guys really did enjoy tonight. I'm so glad that I made you laugh. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, thank you very much, or on Facebook, thank you so much. I hope you got a chuckle and a big kick out of tonight. And I hope you give this card a try because it really is a lot of fun. It's easy and it's so cute. It makes a perfect gift card. All right, you guys, thank you so much again. And I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys. So I hope not anyway. If I do, I'll remember when I hit end, but that's just the way it goes, right? So anyway, I will see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye.